So here it is, number 13
Of?
the show.
Say it.
I don't want to.
I'll say it.
I don't feel we need to.
What we do?
No, because people selected this and they know what they're watching.
I'm Kris.
Hey.
This is Ken.
Usually.
So, this is what we do here. If you don't know. Hi. Welcome. It's a weird night, huh?
Yeah, we're just gonna get into it. 80s stuff, scenario made up by one person, details by the other. That's it.
Oh, I
Plain and
like
simple.
that one.
I like
That's
that,
good,
right?
yeah. Well, Kenny, you had the scenario, and I've got the
scenario,
deets.
yes.
Well, you have the deets
So-
also. I have the subject.
Well, you have this. He doesn't know why he picked characters.
You asked me to pick two characters, one male, one female, no cartoons.
Before we get into this,
Yeah?
I know it's 90s. All right, this is meanwhile back in the 90s, dude. Episode 1, man.
Of?
Star Wars, dude.
Oh, why do you want to talk about the Phantom Menace
so
right now?
bad, dude. It's so bad. I don't know.
It's bad.
It's like it's on my mind. Listen, I saw the stupid movie 11 times.
There you go.
I
I didn't want you to get away with that.
11.
Why?
I could.
Did it get any better or worse?
Oh, it just got so trying after a while where I was just. The only thing I looked forward to was like the lightsaber duel.
At the end.
Yeah.
Duel of the
Where I
Fates.
just sit through the movie going, oh, stupid, oh, give me the money. Watto was on there and stupid. Brr, 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 brr. Like, I hated all of it. Like, it's so crazy because I was so enamored with
We
the
liked it
idea
at the time.
but the fact that there was a new Star Wars movie coming out was like amazing.
Yeah.
And it was like, this is Star Wars. And it's like, what? It's new. I gotta like it. And there was no choice. You had to like it. You couldn't
No,
have a
right.
decision
Yeah.
and be like, I don't like this movie, And dude, like, I don't know what the heck was wrong with me, man. Like, I just gave
It's all
it
right,
my
though.
all.
But it's all right. It really is.
I know, but
I'll tell you why. Because it was a new Star Wars, number one. Number two, you got to see the Jedi a way you've never seen them, which is the way they were supposed to be. They were diplomatic.
But I don't feel like they were because I felt like
you don't.
Obi-Wan was wearing that outfit in the desert because people wear that outfit in the desert, right? They wear loose clothing to make it cool and everything like that. And now he's running around fighting in that. It's like you couldn't have him. Like Luke didn't have robes like that, right?
Yeah,
Darth
that's a good
Vader even
point.
didn't have anything like that. Like I felt like they it was so literal.
But they
It was
made them
so
actually. Then
few-
every single one of them wore that.
But
No one wore
I
armor.
know-
They
I
all
know.
wore that tan
loosed it. Why on
in
earth?
Coruscant. Why would you?
Dude, you have a lightsaber.
Right.
The last thing you want are these flowing clothes all over the place.
You know what? I
Just gonna
didn't even really think
Singe it,
about
and that's
that.
it. It's
Oh my
done.
God.
You know what I mean?
I didn't really.
And
think
obviously, a
about that.
lightsaber's hot, dude. Right? Because they were able to stick it in
Gotta
the
be
door, and it
hot,
got
yeah.
hot.
Yeah,
Remember, it was like
lava.
melting
It
away.
caused
It's like,
lava.
"Whoa, that's so cool."
That was awesome. Yeah.
But dude, every time it goes like, you're gonna tell me it can't catch clothes on fire?
This is true.
You know what I mean?
Listen, you're widening the holes in the whole prequel.
But here's the rest of it. Everybody talks about the stupid pod race. That was the worst part of the movie for me.
I
hated
actually
it.
never liked that. That was the worst part of the movie for me.
Everything about it was dumb. I did not need to see 3 full laps of Anakin going around that stupid track in the desert.
You know
where
what?
Everything looked the same.
I really think it was just. We can't know for sure.
The whole movie came to a halt.
I think Lucas just was like, look at this technology I have, and look what I'm doing now. And it's like when he went back and added all this stuff. I mean, I bought the VHS special editions, but
Dude, they could
I
have
saw
just
them in
had-
the movie and they re-released
They
them.
could
but
have had
that's
like
besides the
Obi-Wan watching TV in like a bar, and it's like, the kid did it. Wow. Like he's like sitting there, I'll never win that race, Qui-Gon. But of course, they didn't talk to each other the whole entire time. Obi-Wan's over here and Qui-Gon's over here.
point. Yeah.
And it could have just been like Obi-Wan, I'm going to go for a drink and blah, blah, blah. Qui-Gon doesn't know what he's talking about. This kid's a mess and everything. And
Kid's a mess.
He's going on his own little adventure in the city of Mos Espo, whatever the heck it was,
it.
right?
Yeah.
And then he goes and he's in the bar, and at the end of the race, it's up there on the TV, and he's like, what? And it's like watching the TV, and the kid comes in. That's all we needed to see of it. We didn't need to see anything else. And then he talks to Obi-Wan, or it's Qui-Gon, and hey, how'd that kid win? Oh, Qui-Gon's like, oh, hey.
Midichlorians.
Yeah. That's all. That's all we needed to see of it. That's 5-10 minutes max that we needed to do. Another thing, Obi-Wan. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. You know why? Padawan, Obi-Wan. He should have been called Obi-Wan when he was a Padawan, and Obi-Gon, right?
Oh,
As Qui-Gon, like as you become a Jedi, or something like that. Or Padawan. My Padawan name was Obi-Wan. Padawan, Obi-Wan.
I don't know that works like that though. Because what about Mace Windu and
But that's what I'm
Kit
saying.
Fisto?
Because they're Jedi now. They're Jedi Masters.
Yeah.
So, but as they were, like they should have like a code Padawan name, and then you get the Jedi Master thing or whatever, like the Darths. Where Darth Vader come from and everything like that, right? It just came to the Emperor on a whim. Like, it's like you farted it out.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is, like, that would have been cool. Like, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Yeah, because you have been a Jedi Master or a Jedi Knight since a long time ago that you haven't heard.
Well, his name was.
You know what I mean? Like, where did Ben come from?
Yeah, why Ben? Yeah, like.
Like they never
Obi-Wan Kenobi, but then it's just Ben Kenobi.
There's so much obvious stuff that I honestly thought was gonna happen.
This is also like, but this is also like 30 years of you thinking. Oh no, now 20 years.
Yeah, but still, I'm just like there's so much they just dropped it. It's like George Lucas was like,
those came out 20 years ago.
Yeah. Dude, Ed, that's longer than in 1999.
I just realized what I'm wearing.
I know. In 1999, Star Wars was 12 years old.
That's it?
No, that's not true.
That's not true at all. It came out in
18.
18, okay, yeah. 72?
It was 18 years old.
72 this one?
And it's longer now, the gap between now and the Phantom Menace, than the Phantom Menace was to A New Hope. I mean, Return of the Jedi, 83. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, whatever.
Right.
6 years, 16?
That was the first one I saw in theater. I was 4.
16 years in between.
And I remember it. I remember
really?
I fell asleep when...
Return of the Jedi.
I fell asleep.
I saw that twice.
I fell asleep. You were like, what, 6? You were 6 then. I fell asleep. And I woke up. I fell asleep when Luke was talking to Yoda in the hut. And then I fell asleep, and I woke up and he was dead. And I was like, what? What happened? What happened? Because I was little, you know? I remember that. Wow. So I guess that is one of my earliest memories.
Well, the thing is, I watched that movie, and I was like, Darth Vader's his father? Like, because I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
No, that was Empire, though.
No, I know, but
you didn't know.
Luke asked Yoda, I need to know one thing. Is Darth Vader my father?
Yeah. Oh,
and
you didn't remember Empire?
Your father it is.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, because I never saw Empire before that. I didn't see it. I caught like bits and pieces of A New Hope.
Okay, yeah.
Or the original Star Wars on HBO or whatever like that.
We were young, everyone. Hey, all right. So this isn't Star Wars out. The last thing I want to say about Star Wars before we get into the actual proper show is what your rendition of Obi-Wan just now. You know they're coming out with an Obi-Wan show.
Ugh, I don't know if that's true.
Right?
I think it's just rumor.
I don't know. I think it's more than rumor, but anyway, I think you should Obi-Wan because that was amazing. Everything you just did right now.
Oh.
Everything was perfect. You have to go back and watch it.
I don't even know
what happened. So, getting back to meanwhile, back in the 80s. Now we're back in the 80s. So meanwhile, back in the 80s, Kenny asked me to think of two people, a man and a woman, from any property or whatever, just not cartoons. Huh. So, do you want to know who I picked?
I want to know who he picked.
You want to know who I picked first before you tell me?
Yes, I want to know who you picked.
Okay, so for the woman...
He needed a man and a woman, yes.
So for the woman, I'm picking Elizabeth Shue, playing Kris in Adventures in Babysitting.
Okay.
Her name is Kris in the show. Okay.
And for the dude.
You ready for it?
Right.
You ready?
Right.
Sledgehammer. All right. What do you think? Is that going to work?
Okay. All right.
Why are you writing stuff down and then like moving the paper around?
Because.
What is this? He's putting it in an envelope.
This is how it's going to happen.
No, he's licking it. Oh, God. That is disgusting. I'm so sorry. It says K-Mac on it. What is this supposed to be?
You got to find out, brother.
I have to touch this now?
No. Come on, man.
I'm using a pen to open up the letter that he just licked closed. All right, let me... Oh, it's wet. Gross. All right, let's see. What does this say? This says Christian. That's me. You are cordially invited to the birthday party of one Sledgehammer. Gifts are appreciated but not necessary. Name of guest. Kris. Select an entree for yourself.
Okay, don't worry about the entrees right now.
Aw.
That's part 2.
Oh. So
what's happening? Okay, Kris, the scenario has been set up. You are taking Kris. Kris and Kris are going to Sledgehammer's birthday party.
Really?
Yep.
Hold on. Kris was how old? She was 17. Oh, it's going to be a problem. It should be at least 18 right now.
I think 17's fine. You're okay with 17.
I'm gonna say she's 19. That's what's the difference. She's 19. This is after she graduated from high school. I met her afterwards. Anyway, go ahead. So I'm going to Sledgehammer's birthday. Oh my god.
All right. So here's the thing. You're going shopping first. What are you getting?
Oh. All right. So first of all, you want to show this? You want to just show the letter? Oh, you can see. You can't.
There's the letter. Notarized and all.
Notarized and all. It wasn't. All right. So, what do you get the man who has everything? That's what you. So Sledgehammer.
Everything, as in he's got his gun.
I know. That's all he cares about.
44 Magnum.
You guys know who Sledgehammer is. If not, Kenny, tell him who Sledgehammer is.
Sledgehammer is the ultimate cop, detective,
whatever
you want to call him.
He had a huge hand cannon.
Yeah, he had a 44 Magnum that he would talk to and be like, we're gonna do this, and they'll be like, who are you talking to? I'm just, nobody. Remember that? He would shower with it on.
Yeah.
Like the whole opening of the show was just the gun on a pillow.
And
that was it. Just like all these shots of this gun on a pillow.
So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, so we're gonna go to Bed Bath & Beyond.
All right.
Wait, no, did that exist back then? Are we back then? This is in the 80s.
Caldor.
Right, we're
going to Caldor.
All right. Maybe Marshalls. Maybe we're going to Marshalls. I'm gonna find him a new pillow.
Ooh.
I was gonna get him a case for it,
but
I'm gonna
get
him a new
shoulder
pillow.
holster. He's got his shoulder holster.
I'm gonna get him a new pillow. Okay, so we're gonna look for a new little pillow for him. All right, for his, what did he call it? Did he call it something? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Anyway, I'm getting him a new pillow for his gun, for his Magnum.
He'd be very. It's funny because I have a feeling like he's gonna just, like, if he opens gifts in front of everybody and there's like 1,000 people there,
there's not gonna
gun pillow.
Yeah, probably all gonna be gun pillows. We give one for every day of the month, if anything, right?
That's only 30 people or 30 couples.
Well, you're saying
your plus one is Kris.
So 60 people if they're all couples. There's gonna be some singles in there.
There's gonna be
some singles in there. Yeah.
Right.
So what am I doing? Right,
so you went shopping. You're good to go.
Okay.
All right. You get to his birthday party. Now,
hold on. This says gifts are appreciated, but not necessary.
They're not necessary.
That means bring a gift.
That means bring.
That always means bring a gift.
It always means bring a gift. Otherwise, it would say donations are appreciated in the amount of blah blah blah.
Right.
Blah.
Yeah. True.
All right. So here's what's happening. A little bit of artistic license.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're gonna tell me what's the theme of the birthday party. Right now, I know it's up to Sledge. But ultimately, I'm
gonna step into the shoes of
fantasy,
Sledgehammer,
and you're gonna say, what is the theme of this birthday party, and give me that menu. 3 items.
Okay, I think the theme of the menu is gonna be. All right, I want to say like mayhem and destruction, because that's him. That's what he does. He just his whole persona is.
I love violence.
He answers every call with violence.
There was like a sniper in a building in the first episode of the show. You need to watch the show, Sledgehammer.
By the way, can I borrow the series?
I don't have it anymore.
What do you mean?
I don't know what happened. I think I got rid of it.
Oh no! Yeah. I told my wife about it, and she's like, and I showed her a picture. She's like, I gotta watch this, and I'm like, oh, Kenny's got the series.
I think I got rid of it. I think because it was on like Netflix or something like that, so I got rid of it.
I gotta check Netflix now.
Yeah, check Netflix. Anyway, yeah, there was a sniper in the building, and they're like, help, Sledge, blah blah blah, all that stuff. There's a sniper in the building. He takes out a rocket launcher, just levels the whole building, and he just, I think I got him.
Yeah,
like that's it. Like, who cares?
Exactly.
So other people in the building, like, who cares?
Doesn't
matter.
The
sniper.
Well, wasn't the end of season 1 the nuke? They set off a nuke because they were like, we didn't get a season 2. We're just gonna end this and kill everybody. Show, And then they ended up getting a second season, and they were like,
well, the thing is, the TV. I don't know if it was the producers and the network was like, we gotta see them.
Right, you gotta
get their way out of this one.
Yeah.
So they renewed it for season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And they were like, damn it. Yeah. All right. So the mayhem and destruction. That's the theme. Menu items. All right. First one is gonna be a spicy chili con queso, because it's gonna.
Wait, hold on a second. This is not an appetizer. This is not the hors d'oeuvres that get passed.
No, this is the main. No, this is
the main dish.
One of the main dishes is gonna
be chili con queso. As a main dish.
It's gonna be dynamite chili con queso, which means it's gonna blow you out if you have this thing. You're gonna be in the bathroom. explosion. We're going with explosion.
There's got to be firecrackers in it.
Oh yeah.
That they light at the table and then.
Yeah, they put them inside like a habanero or like a chili pepper or something, right?
Yeah, sounds good.
So that's what. Should I write that down? I'll write that down.
Yeah, write it down.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
you want to use the sledgehammer?
oh, I could use a sledgehammer pen. Yeah, I already got it. All right. So chili, explosion chili, right? Yeah, you can help me out here. Give me something else that's like would cause destruction of your body. That's the whole point.
I was gonna say some kind of like really, really just like bloody meat. There's got to be some kind of like meat that's just like
okay.
it just looks like it was just punched off the cow, like a rib,
so
like a rib or something.
We're calling
like
it. It's gonna be. I'm writing this down. It's punched off the cow steak.
Yeah.
That
like a prime rib or a roast or.
Yeah.
You know.
It's called punched off the cow. That's what it's gonna be. All right? Right. Now for the last dish.
I probably have a pescatarian dish, right? A lot of people for some reason. Listen. Kris, who goes to a wedding and orders the fish?
I guess some people do.
Come on.
All right.
Nobody.
All right. So this one, it's gonna be piranha.
Yes. That's perfect.
How do you spell piranha?
I think it's Pirhana.
Yeah. Piranha. All right. It's gonna be. It's gonna be. Piranha Congo. It's gonna be from the Congo. There's piranha fish in Congo, right? I think there is.
I don't know where they are.
In the Amazon River? Yeah.
Sounds good. All right.
Yeah, anyway.
Okay. So there's your dish. Which one do you pick?
That's it. Oh, which one do I pick? All right. I'm gonna give a little check off to the chili con queso.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, your +1 needs to order.
She's going with the piranha.
She's going with the piranha.
Yeah, she's going with the piranha.
Like that's the thing. It's usually like in those old 80s shows, like the man always orders for the woman. And
yeah.
like, I never understood that. Like
she'll have the piranha.
She'll have the piranha. It's
she'll
like
have the piranha.
do I even get a say?
Yeah.
Like I always thought it was the weirdest thing. Like does she not have a say what she wants to
No,
eat?
because it's a throwback. Women were only speak when spoken to. Have my dinner ready. Have the It's horrible.
It's such a silly thing.
I like some of those things, like, in later years when they make fun of that stuff and they like the women do all this, but at the end of the day, they take off the jeans and the do-rag and they get all prettied up. So by the time the husband comes home, they got the pot roast down and the kids are all ready to go to bed. And it's like, it was not easy for women. Still isn't easy for women, but.
So, anyway,
all right. Moving on.
All right. So tell me more about Kris.
So, she's, oh man, I wish I didn't. She's my cousin.
She's not your cousin.
She's gonna be my cousin.
She's your date. She's your
it's
plus
weird.
One.
And
plus
she's 21 then. I just bumped her up to 21. She's almost done with college. God, how old am I? Do I have to be this age? Can I be like 15 years younger?
You're going. Like, how old was Sledge? Like 30? 28? How old was he?
No.
In the show? Dude, he probably was. It's probably like you watch that and it looks like he's like 50.
Looks like he's 40. Yeah, he looks like he's like 45.
He's probably not.
We're gonna have to check his age. I want to check his age later. All right, whatever. It doesn't matter. She's what am I saying? Okay, so she loves to tell the story about when she babysat and they got caught up with the gang and everything like that, like from Adventures in Babysitting. So she's gonna talk about that. And that's like her icebreaker. You know what I mean?
So every time a discussion comes up, you're gonna tell me that she is.
Actually, I do it. I'm the one that starts it. Yeah, I'm the one. She doesn't really want to talk about it, but do you know what she looks like? Do you know? Do you remember? Do you remember Miss? Do you remember Miss? I know what she looks like. No. I'm saying like this. I'm role playing right now. Oh. Like this is my date, Kris, and
she's a professional.
You know who she looks like? Did you ever see the Playmate of the Year? What was that? 86 or whatever that was. Do you remember the movie? You don't remember the?
No, I don't.
All right, so the B plot in Adventures in Babysitting was the kids get taken by like a gang or whatever, and she happens to bear a striking resemblance to that current month's Playboy Playmate. And they were like, "This is her! Oh, look, it's her! It's her! It's her!" And she's like, "It's not me. I'm in high school." You know what I mean? But they had pictures like in the centerfold. Like they didn't show the whole thing. They just like showed her face and stuff. Yeah, that was a B plot of the movie.
When was the last time you saw this movie?
I don't know, maybe like 10 years ago.
Jeez, a lot of details, man.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there are a lot of movies that I saw like 2 years ago where I'm like, if I had to, I don't know.
Right, but they just
count anything that happened. I don't know. Might as well not have seen it.
What do you remember more? Movies from the 80s or movies from now? You remember movies from the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I guess
That's
so.
why,
I guess
because
so.
we watched them how many times when we were kids. I must have seen this movie 10 times.
I think I've only seen it once. I think we rented it one time and that was
No,
it.
so I've seen this. I've seen. I actually really like this movie. It's just a funny movie. I like the movie. But yeah, so which is why I picked it because I could speak a little bit to the character. You know.
Okay, so moving on. Sorry, not saying anything like that. How did you two meet, man?
Ugh, why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me?
How did you two meet?
I really.
Where did you guys go? Did you meet at the golf course? Did you meet on the beach, kicking around a soccer ball?
Yes, yes. We met on the beach, kicking around a soccer ball, and I kicked her in the face with a
Sister
soccer
named
ball.
Allie?
Yeah, oddly enough, it's her cousin, and she also looks like. Yeah, no, okay, wait. So I'll be like, funny story. Like, this is what I'm telling people now. Oh, how'd you two meet? And I'd say, oh, funny story. She bears a striking resemblance to Playmate of the Month, blah, 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 which a friend of mine showed. And I ended up running into her in a supermarket or something. And I was like, are you? And she was like, no. And I was like, really? And then we struck up a conversation. And then we went on one date.
That was unique for her.
Yeah.
That was. She just seized that opportunity. She said the 1,000th person that says this to me.
Right, yeah. No, she actually, and she'll tell you this herself, no one actually mentioned that to her since that time. I was the first. And she said, you saw my movie? And I said, yeah. No, but yeah, so that's what happened.
Wait, so she is from no, she didn't see the movie.
No, I'm kidding. I was kidding.
Okay,
I was kidding. It was a joke.
It was a joke. Okay.
All right, now what? What's next?
What are you wearing?
What am I wearing?
What are you two wearing? How you going? Business casual? You going all in with the theme, the mayhem theme? Are you playing it safe with a polo and
I'm wearing
shorts?
I'm wearing. No.
Like, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing a tuxedo shirt.
Sure. Yeah. Like the t-shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
t-shirt.
a little bit of fun.
Oh, I meant t-shirt. Sorry.
All right. What's your hairstyle this time? It is the 80s.
Oh, it is the 80s. Well,
Come on,
in the 80s,
if you go mullet, you're not even thinking.
Well, I was gonna say in the 80s, I had the mullet, rat tail, spiked hair, but I also had. We're gonna go with some feathered. Maybe a little feathered.
Feathered
all
hair.
off to one.
I like it. I hate it. It's good.
I hate it so much.
It's good.
I hate it so much. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. 80s hair is the absolute worst. But yeah, it's gonna be feathered.
So, all right.
Chris is going with this blowed out feathered thing or whatever, and she's wearing a tuxedo dress. It's a black dress that has a tuxedo on the front. No, it's like a mini skirt type of thing with the tuxedo on the front, and I have a shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
How you guys getting there? What are you doing? You renting a limo? You driving a Testarossa?
No, I'm driving I don't know. I'm driving a little Vulcan motorbike.
Oh.
You know, like yeah, it's red.
All right.
It's red, the black seat. It's got chrome details. Yeah, we're coming in helmets, but I'm wearing a helmet that.
Is it gonna mess with the feathered hair though?
Oh, it's perfectly fine. Too much Aquanet is in there. I wouldn't worry about that. I wouldn't worry about that, folks. We got it covered. All right, we got it covered. Yeah, we're gonna take the helmet off. It's the helmet. It's like that. They look like the Spaceballs helmet, but they have the little brim on the top, just like that, and goggles. So when we get there, not only is our hair messed up, but we have the lines of goggles around our face. Yeah, that's good.
That's pretty
good.
good.
They're gonna be like, rode your bike in? I'm like, yep. How do I know Sledgehammer?
That's a fantastic question.
Was that one of your next questions?
You know what? We could have gotten there. How do you know him?
I know Sledgehammer because I happen to be a this is going to be so boring, but it's the 80s, so all right. I am a I don't know what do they call it? Like a damage consultant. Like I'm a risk assessment guy that will calculate the risk in someone's someone and what they do. So I met him because the department came to consult with me after his shenanigans. Okay. Yeah, and so I had to meet him and stuff, and we kind of hit it off. And I complimented his gun, you know, as one would.
As one would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we became
As is
friends.
customary.
As is customary. And we became friends. So
Right then.
Yeah.
You figure that's somebody
We
that
play
he would probably be
racquetball.
like, I don't want to deal with this person.
No. We play racquetball. He wears a gun while playing racquetball.
Mm-hmm. He hits the ball with the gun instead of the rifle.
Oh no, he would not.
He would
mess
never
up
do
the
that.
gun, no.
No, he wouldn't do that.
Yeah. So we're good buddies. Yeah, we're good buddies.
Okay. All right. So tell me, who else is at the party?
Oh, bloody hell.
Who else is there? Who do you kind of just usually go to the party, and obviously
Where
you and
is
Kris
this-
are gonna
where
be
was
hanging
he?
out
He
with
was-
each other. But who do you latch on to? Like, there's always that person at the party that you're like, hey man, you know, like you talk to them the whole time. And you kind of like, you don't usually mingle, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's that mingling period, and then there's the settle down. Like, who's at the table? Who's sitting at the table? There are 8 people at the table.
8 people.
There's another 6 people aside from you and Kris.
All right.
Oh.
So where did Sledgehammer take place? Was it L.A.?
Probably.
Probably
I don't
L.A.
know
All right.
exactly.
So you know who's here? All right. So Axel Foley's here. Okay. Axel Foley and Judge Reinhold. I don't remember his name. His partner. Right.
Okay.
He's
So,
there.
do they each have a +1? Is that
I
4
don't know.
people?
Sure.
They didn't take each other.
No, it's 4 people. I was actually gonna say the other guy
And
too.
they're
The
not
bald
going
guy.
stag.
No, so it's those 2 guys. They brought people. Sure. Axel actually went stag because that's his style. Oh no, maybe he picked someone up. Maybe he got a date. He got a date, and Judge, I don't remember his character's name, but yeah, he's there. You know who is stag though? John McClane.
His wife.
Yeah, but she couldn't make it.
She couldn't make it.
She
even though
couldn't
she
make
lives
it.
in L.A.
Yeah. No, she was
like,
working.
Oh, she was working.
She's working at the tower.
Nakatomi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nakatomi 2.
All right. So is there an empty seat at the table, or did he bring somebody else?
No, that could be an empty seat. It's for anyone who wants to walk by. Yeah.
All right. So you're at the table with Axel Foley.
No,
Judge
he brought
Reinhold.
the cop, his cop friend.
Oh, okay. Carl Winslow.
It was Winslow, right? Yeah, he brought Winslow. Yeah, he brought Carl. Yeah.
Reginald Vell Johnson.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of his.
But was he? He wasn't Winslow in that.
No, we don't.
No.
No. Family Matters was not a spin-off of Die Hard.
But I thought it was.
I would
though.
love.
That's the
I know.
thing,
I
though.
would
thought-
love it to be because
How did he? They just liked him as a cop and like, you want to be a cop in Chicago? All right.
I don't know.
It was that Chicago, right? But wasn't he from Chicago? No, he's from New York. Anyway, okay. So how many is that? That's 6.
Okay,
That's 6
so
people.
John McClane and Carl Winslow,
Carl Winslow. We're just gonna call him
Axel
Carl Winslow.
Foley, and
Judge Reinhold. I don't remember his
but you
character.
said that they were both bringing somebody. So Axel Foley, Judge Reinhold, yeah, that's
And their
that's
dates,
it.
yeah, and
that's
their
it. That's
dates,
good.
yeah.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
all at the table,
Yeah, we're hanging out.
mingling, hanging out,
Yeah.
having a good time. I don't know if there's anything else I can ask.
Yeah.
You know,
All right. So yeah, it's a good time.
it's a good time.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
What about some party favors? What do we have? Who set did he set this up? Who set this up?
Oh, he definitely set it up.
He definitely set it
Yeah.
up. All right. So party favors. What are we doing for party favors?
I don't know. He was Mayhem. I think everybody gets a stick of dynamite.
Well, no, you get. What's the firecracker that's like a quarter stick of dynamite? Those like cherry. That's not cherry bombs. That's like
M80s,
M80s. Yeah. Everyone
but I don't know how big those
Everyone gets some M80s.
Yeah.
You know, oh, you might want to.
are.
Everybody gets some M80s. What
Mhm.
else?
I don't know.
What else can we do? You want to hit those while I'm thinking? No, we're gonna stick with this. What else? What else could be there? Give me something explosives. Give me some. Butterfly knives.
Butterfly knives.
Yeah,
Give
we
me
get like
bag
a
of butterfly knives,
knife, yeah.
M80s,
M80s.
and a
and a-
scope.
and-
a scope.
Yeah, and okay. No, but not a
everybody's got
sniper one, but just like the one, the
everybody's
hand
got a
one. Yeah, the
rifle.
hand one. Everyone does have.
Everybody's got
And also, he gives a signed picture of his gun.
a signed picture.
A signed like photo of his gun. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Like a headshot.
Like a headshot. Yeah, of the gun on a pillow. Yeah. So how many pillows is this guy opening up?
He's got a lot of pillows.
Yeah.
Pillows.
Well, I also got him a pillow. Listen, we also got him a pillow, but we also got him a little gun oil too, and a nice rag, like a microfiber
That's
rag.
what you need.
You know,
It's legitimate, man.
that's a good party.
It's very thoughtful.
Party games?
It's something that's useful.
What are we playing?
You probably
Pin
play
the-
pin the tail and donkey with
Well,
guns.
I was gonna say pin the cuffs on the bad guy. But what he's brought in is actual bad guys.
Mhm. Well,
He's
I
brought in-
think they were like, what did they always call them? Maggots, cretins.
Yeah. So he brought those. So he's actually got some of those. You know what I mean? And they blindfold you, they spin you around, and you have to, and they stand there. And so what happens, so they don't run, is that other officers they have guns to their heads, and they have to just stand there with their hands out like this, and you have to spin around, and you have to find it, and whoever does it, yeah.
That's fun.
Spiked. There's gonna be punch, but it's spiked punch, and there's actual spikes in it.
Oh, nice.
What
Like
else?
road spikes?
So there's gonna be a TV or projector or whatever playing in the background of his greatest hits, literally, meaning buildings he's destroyed, gunfights he's been in. I don't know how we have this footage, but it's just, you have the footage.
It's there.
All right.
Why not?
What else? What else is there? What else would Sledgehammer have at a party? Come on, you know Sledgehammer.
Yeah.
What else would he do?
I don't know. I think the party favor is the cake.
Oh, what's the cake look like?
You know?
Okay. So it's a big cake. It's like one of those cakes they wheel in that you think someone's gonna pop out.
Yep.
Someone does pop out, and it's a woman dressed as a Magnum, a 44 Magnum, holding a 44 Magnum sheet cake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it's a sheet cake, and on top of that is a pillow, like an edible,
yeah.
like a cake.
An edible pillow.
Like it's like, like fondant or something, and on top of that is a gun. It's all edible.
Everything's edible.
Yeah. It's there. So that's gonna be the cake.
All right.
What else, man?
I don't know. I don't know.
What music plays? Oh, whatever's playing. Whatever's at the time. Yeah.
All kinds of fun stuff. I don't know. I think that's about it.
So at the end, to end the party, he goes outside and he shoots the place with a rocket launcher. So you got to get out before that. No. He says, "All right, everybody, come on! It's the finale. It's the finale." And we're like, "What?" And it's like he gets out and he goes to the back of his car, comes out with a rocket launcher. And he just blows the hell out of the hall.
He says at the beginning, "Everybody, make sure you stay for fireworks."
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, you should have put that down here
Yeah,
at the
stay
end.
for fireworks.
Yeah. And I think that's it. I think there's one hell of a birthday party. We're talking about it for years to come.
For years to come.
Yeah.
That was only his 28th.
Yeah. Chris and I broke up after a while though.
Oh, you did. So you were dating.
Yeah, I guess
So she wasn't just a plus one.
No, I
you
guess
were
we
actually
dated a little
dating.
bit. But you know what? She had to go and do. She had to
Yeah.
finish. She had to go and get her master's and everything. And
In what?
I don't know. Babysitting.
Masters in babysitting.
Psychology.
This is the next movie called Masters in Babysitting.
Masters in babysitting. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
so that's
Good.
that, man. That was good. All right, that was a good party.
All right,
Best
you like that
party I've
party?
ever
It was a
been
good
to.
party?
Yeah, it's a good
So
party,
you go
man.
home and
I liked
you're done, and it's loud, and your head's pounding,
And tomorrow, right, the next day, I'm gonna call up Sledge and I'm gonna tell him how much in damage he's caused, and
and that's it.
And
you know,
then,
your party
we'll
costs
get
this
into
much.
it,
Yeah.
All right,
Good.
well done.
I hope you enjoyed that party.
Damn, I thought I was being slick with these characters, with picking
What
these
did you think it
characters.
was gonna be?
I had no idea.
What did you think? Why did you pick the characters?
I had no idea. I thought it was gonna be something zany. I never thought of a party. I never thought of that. That's great. Damn, we're just trying to keep one-upping each other.
I know. That's it's so funny.
I mean, it's not about trying to one-up each other, but it's just like, where else do you go with these scenarios?
That's
you gotta
the thing.
have
Is
them, man.
it started off with what was the original one? That it was like the example that we're like, oh, but we're not gonna do that.
Oh, that was like, what advice would you give to?
To a character.
To a certain character,
Like,
like
what
Scott
advice
Howard,
would you
like,
give
what would
to
you
Marty McFly?
Yeah, Marty McFly. Like, what
know?
advice would you give to Marty McFly?
And it turned into this
Yeah.
like crazy thing where it's like now it's like it's very ornate.
I like it. No, I like it.
Yeah.
It's fun. I hope you guys enjoy this. We enjoy doing it. It's fun to talk about. So if you guys have any suggestions for scenarios or the topic, just by all means, let us know.
Let us know that, and let us know whose party would you be going to, and who is your plus one?
Yeah, it's making a lot of noise. Just leave that
Who is
there.
who is your plus one?
And he's still making noise. I'm sorry for people listening to this. He's still making noise. No, don't. That's bad. That's sitting on top. Great. At Retro Squat on any of the social media things.
All
Come
over.
say hi to
Continue
us.
the discussion on Discord or the below.
Whatever. Can he say an 80s thing to end this thing for the night?
The 80s are done. They're over.
Oh,
They're over. But they live on.
Okay.
It's the only decade that lives on. Like a Force ghost.
From Phantom Menace.
Oh my God, the Phantom Menace was so dumb, dude.
All right, we gotta go. We'll see you next time. Good night.
And the
everybody.
thing is, like, I used to look forward to the lightsaber battle.
Yeah.
And now it's like, it's just so choreographed. It's ridiculous.
Well, now when you look back,
and they dance and they're like, and it's so, I hate it. Meanwhile,
now
you go
it's there,
to like Return of the Jedi, and it's just Luke like hacking away and stuff. And he's like, and it's like cool. And that's probably the best thing about like The Force Awakens. Also, like that end fight wasn't that choreographed. It was very raw and just like. I don't know what I'm doing with
that. Was fun, yeah.
Lightsaber, and that's
like
cool,
that one,
you know, that hack and slash kind of stuff. But it was every one of those, dude. All the movies were so. And then the third one, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, you know, the Revenge of the Sith is like the best thing in the world." It's like my top 3 favorite Star Wars movies, and it's like so good. Now like that battle at the end, it's like, dude. It's like a video game. Yeah. They're jumping on top of like robots and stuff in the lava.
Yeah, got a little,
right? And they're swinging from ropes, hitting each other. It's like every scenario possible. How many different ways are there to hit somebody with a lightsaber?
Let's do them all and see what happens.
Somebody, you could be jumping and hit with a lightsaber. You could be standing on the ground and hit with a lightsaber. One person could be flipping while one person's standing and hit with a lightsaber. The other person could be standing, and then the other person could be flipping and hit with a lightsaber. They could be swinging from ropes with a lightsaber. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they just went through this list and they're like, let's do all of it.
All of it.
Every single one of these things.
We're doing all of them.
And it's so ridiculous.
It's day 392 of the shoot, and we're only on scenario 47.
Yeah.
Because they're all CG heavy, and
they could be eating a cheeseburger and hitting somebody with a lightsaber. They could be drinking a soda and just holding the cheeseburger and hitting somebody with a lightsaber. It's like, come on, dude.
When we're coming out of the bathroom and he gets hit with a lightsaber, the other guy could be going into the bathroom. It's just how we always reverse it.
It's like every possible scenario.
Just scenario and counter scenario.
God, dude.
That's good stuff.
No.
All right. Well, look, that'll do it.
And it would have been cool if it's like, you know, Luke had Darth Vader's lightsaber, or Anakin's lightsaber, right, or whatever like that. And then how cool would it have been? Like Luke made a green lightsaber, right, because he lost it.
Mm-hmm.
Why on earth is it like the beginning of the movie of the second one, or Obi-Wan, right? Obi-Wan had the blue lightsaber in the original Star Wars movie, A New Hope. So he's got to have a blue lightsaber in all the prequel movies. What if he started off with a green one, and it's like, whoa, hold on a second. Obi-Wan has a green one, and then he has got a blue. Somewhere along the line, he's going to lose it or trade it up or something like that. It would have been cool, but it's like, no, because of what he had there, like his robes, his lightsaber, he's got to have that where he starts.
I never liked that the bad guys always only had red.
How cool would it have been in these new movies if Luke's lightsaber was red?
Yeah.
And he took Darth Vader's lightsaber, and he's using it.
Yeah. Because the colors don't, like, it's just the color of the crystal.
Right, but crystal, they never said that in any of the movies.
No.
But the fact of the matter, if Luke was using a red lightsaber in these movies, how cool would that be?
Yeah.
Like, he ignites that thing and it's red, and it's like, what? He's using Darth Vader's lightsaber?
What if it's
awesome.
yellow?
I don't know.
What is magenta?
I don't know. I just feel like there's so many...
I know. They could have done a lot of stuff. But they didn't. Because it's all fan service to what? I don't know.
I don't know.
Because they made it up. Anyway, look, that's going to be it.
We're done.
Join us next time on Star Wars Trash Talk when Kenny goes through A New Hope. I mean, the Jedi.
Last Jedi was the dumbest thing. Dude,
no, we're going to go. Gotta go.
I'm just going to tell you a couple things about
No, you're not.
Dude,
we're going to go.
We'll
see you next time. Say goodnight.
In that
Say
goodnight. You can just cut me off if you want, but I'm going to keep talking about it.
All right, we're going to see you next time.
From the very beginning of the movie to the end of the movie,